So this is your first chapter, fifth chapter, hydrogen. So its symbol is 1 and its atomic mass is also 1. So atomic number means number of proton present in it. Right. Atomic mass is called number of proton plus number of neutron. Right. So atomic number is represented by Z. So its symbol is Z for atomic number. And for atomic mass it is A. A is your atomic mass and Z is your atomic number. So what is the relation between them? So A equal to Z plus N. Atomic mass is equal to atomic number plus neutron. Right. So this is the first element of our periodic table. So hydrogen was the first to be formed about after the universe formed millions of years ago, and this is the lightest and simplest atom known to the human. So look at the now right hand side. Its symbol is H. Atomic mass is 1. Atomic number is 1. Atomic mass is little bit different, and its electronic configuration is 1, and its valence is 1, because in first orbit it holds only one electron, right? So no other electron is there. So it is having only one electron, and its electronic configuration will be 1 only, and valency is also 1. Valency is outermost electrons which is held in the last orbit. So write these points. So now look at the characteristics of hydrogen. So when you take the hydrogen, it will be colorless, odorless, and tasteless, right? That weighs about 1/14 of as much as equal to the volume of air. Okay, that is very light in volume also. So it is colorless, odorless, and tasteless. So it is having no color, odorless, tasteless. Okay. Next point is hydrogen is the element that makes sun shine. A huge amount of energy is given out when the nuclei of atom hydrogen join up or fuse together in the sun interior. When hydrogen combine each other, it liberates lot amount of energy. This process of nuclear fission account for the light and heat given out by the sun. So this reaction happens at the sun, which gives lot of energy to the planets, like our planet also. So write the characteristics of hydrogen. Now let us see the discovery of hydrogen. So this is the history of hydrogen, how it is discovered. So in the beginning of 16th century, a German chemist, his name is Paracelsus, observed that highly inflammable gas is released when hydrogen was added to the sulfuric acid. Suppose I am putting iron atoms on the hydrogen sulfuric acid, so it will produce iron sulfate and hydrogen gas is liberating. So this scientist Paracelsus observed that hydrogen gas is released whenever he puts hydrogen iron atom in the sulfuric acid. This was the first observation made by him. Right. Next scientist, that is Robert Boyle, was the first scientist who observed in 1672, was able to collect this gas and measure its combustibility. Right. Next scientist is Robert Boyle, who observed and collect this gas and see its combustibility. Hydrogen gas is having maximum combustibility. No, that's it. That's why it uh, liberate lot of amount of energy, and this hydrogen gas is used in the rocket now as a rocket fuel, right?
Yes,
Because its efficiency is very high. So write this. Now look at the next point. In 1766, Henry Cavendish obtained this gas by adding sulfuric acid to the zinc. When we put zinc to the sulfuric acid, then we'll get zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas, right? He has studied the property of gas and termed as inflammable, right? He also observed that this gas was the component of water molecules. Okay. So when we know the chemical formula of water, right? It is H2O. So two atoms of hydrogen is required to form the one molecule of water. So this was the observation made by Canvedis in 1766. So main experiment is done by him. When he put the zinc in sulfuric acid, hydrogen gas is liberated. So write the name and this reaction in the honor of him. Next scientist, next scientist come under hydrogen discovery is Antony Lavoisier. He done the experiment in 1783, named the gas hydrogen, and the term hydrogen comes from two Greek words, water former. ठीक है, water former means hydrogen. So this observation is made by Antony Lavoisier in 1783. And next topic is the occurrence. So first write this point, then I will explain next one. Now next topic is occurrence of hydrogen. So hydrogen is the ninth most abundant elements in the earth crust. So there are total 9 elements which is found in the earth, in which this comes in ninth position, and it constitutes almost 1% of the crust. Right, upper part of the earth is called crust, and it contains 1% of total upper crust of the earth. Right, and it occurs both in free state as well as in combined state. So hydrogen found in the both state. Free state you can also get the hydrogen, and in combined state also. Right. So now look at the next point, occurrence of hydrogen. So free hydrogen is present in atmosphere of, of the sun, but in other stars of the universe, atmosphere contain only traces of it. Okay. So lot of amount of hydrogen you will get on the star like sun, but some of its part we get on the earth atmosphere also. Okay. Now look at the next point. Traces of hydrogen also present in the volcanic gases. Okay. So whenever volcanic gas is released from the earth crust, so we get lot of hydrogen. That's why we get lot of high energy, no? So that energy is due to the hydrogen fusion. Okay. So write this point.
Yes.
So now look at the next point. Hydrogen is present not only in the stars, but also in the clouds and nebulae that exist in the space between them. So hydrogen present not only in the stars, okay, and not only in the stars and planets, but also in the cloud form. Okay, so this is the occurrence of that. Next point is hydrogen occurs in the combination of oxygen and form part of the water molecules. As I have told you earlier that H2O also contains two atoms of hydrogen and one atoms of oxygen, right? And with oxygen, it also
Yes.
present in the gas form. Like suppose H2O, water vapor is present in the atmosphere. So in H2O, in water vapor, two atoms of hydrogen is there with one atom of oxygen. And next occurrence is most of the hydrogen occur in the organic substance. Like organic means when carbon is the main element, that is called organic substance. Like coal, petrol, carbohydrates, fat, soil, oil, mineral acid, and water. So in these substances, you will get the hydrogen atom. Like coal. So coal is the main combination is butane, pentane, like CH4, methane, butane, pentane, right? So in this, you can look at the with hydrogen, with carbon, hydrogen is also present in carbohydrates. So carbohydrate represented by CxH2O6. You will study in 11th class. This is the general formula of the carbohydrates. And fat, you know, mainly it is the organic substance in which hydrogen is present, and ions, mineral acid, like mineral acid like H2SO4, HCl, HNO3, like that. So write these 3 points. So next point is, in fact, all acids having hydrogen ions like H2SO4. So when it will dissociate in 2H plus and SO4 2 minus, right? Like HCl, when it converted into H plus and Cl minus, so you can see H plus having H plus. So H plus is called hydrogen cation. When ions having plus sign, that is called cation. Next point is, all plants and animal tissue contain compounds of hydrogen in combined form, like carbon and oxygen also is there. So our plants and animal tissue is made up of carbohydrates, fats, like, so that contain organic substance. So hydrogen is the main elements of that. So write this point also, then I will explain the next one.
So can you explain the next one and then I'll read both of them together?
Okay, this is the last form of the occurrence now.
Yes, sir. So
Right.
can you explain the activity series also?
After that I will explain, don't worry.
Yes, I'll write both of them together then.
So next topic is our activity series of the metal, right? So activity series is the series in which according to uh, activity or reactivity of the elements, they are arranged. Suppose we know that potassium, sodium is the most reactive elements, right? So they are kept in the top of the reactivity series of the metals, and hydrogen is like, suppose here it is. So hydrogen acts as a reference point. Above of the hydrogen elements, they are reactive, and below of this is uh, less reactive. So that is called activity series. So now look here, based on the nature of reaction taking place with metal and substance like air, water, and acid, metals are arranged in the vertical series in order of their activity. That is called activity series, right? So next point is, chemical activity of the metals are arranged in this series, gradually decreasing from the top to the bottom. So you can see that I have written that some of the points of the activity series. So you can see potassium comes at the top of this series. So potassium is the most reactive, and below I have written gold, symbol of gold, Au. So gold is the less reactive, or you can say that least reactive gold is, but hydrogen come in between them. So hydrogen acts here as a reference point. Write this point, then I will explain. Next one. Now, now look at the table activity series. So I have told you earlier that potassium is the most reactive, and silver. See, after silver comes gold, right? So these are the less reactive elements, which is found below this activity series. And you can see here hydrogen is here, so it will act as a reference point. So above the hydrogen, all elements are reactive elements, and below this, least reactive elements are there. So next point is metal near the top of the series, that is called most reactive, and below near the least reactive elements are there. So it may be noted that more reactive metal can be displace a weaker metal from a solution of its compound. So write this point. So now look at the preparation method of hydrogen. So this is the general method of preparation. So action of cold water on the metal like potassium, sodium, calcium. So it will produce hydrogen gas. Suppose I am putting sodium metal on the water. So water will liberate hydrogen gas and sodium hydroxide is formed, right? Now I will put iron, some atoms of iron on the water molecules. So it will form ferrous oxide and hydrogen gas. Okay. So look at the first reaction. When I put hydrogen, sodium, we get hydrogen gas. When we are putting potassium now in water, so you will get potassium hydroxide, that is KOH plus hydrogen gas, right? In the similar
So please can you use
manner,
the washroom?
what?
So please may I use the washroom?
So, so in the first reaction, it is written that potassium, sodium, and calcium, when react with water, it form hydrogen gas and hydroxide. So I have written here sodium plus water produce sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. In the similar manner, potassium when react with water molecules, you will get potassium hydroxide, right? So I will write for the calcium also. When calcium is react with water, it will form calcium hydroxide, CaOH2, and hydrogen gas will come out, right? So balance this equation. Okay, and whenever when a stem is there and when we put magnesium, zinc, aluminum, and iron, you will get iron oxide like ferrous oxide and hydrogen gas. So for these elements, magnesium, zinc, aluminum, and iron, we need a stem, not cold water. When we put these elements, magnesium, aluminum, zinc, you will not get hydrogen gas. You need a stem of the water. Then only you will get hydrogen gas, right? Next point is when dilute mineral acid like sulfuric acid, like hydrochloric acid, is there, when we put zinc, then you will get hydrogen gas, right? Like zinc chloride is there. ठीक है, write these three reaction, then I will explain next one. So now look at the second example. I will write for magnesium also. So magnesium symbol is Mg. When magnesium react with the stem like H2O, so it will form magnesium oxide, MgO, and hydrogen will gas will come out, right? So write this example and balance it. And I will write for zinc. So zinc plus H2O, it will produce
So,
zinc.
so the balance, it's already balanced.
You don't know, acha, okay, that is balanced. Okay, it's okay then.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay,
already balanced.
okay, good. Now write for aluminum. When aluminum react with the stream of water, it will produce Al2O3 and hydrogen gas will come out. Do you know how to balance?
Not balanced. Yes, sir.
Okay, so
So
balance for
oxygen
aluminum also.
Al, so Al is 2 Al, and then we
And
add a 3,
okay,
3, and then a 2 in front of Al.
okay, good. So I have also balanced for you. So write these three reactions, then I will explain next. Now look at the example number next. So whenever action of hot concentrated alkali on amphoteric metal like zinc and aluminum. So let me explain what is amphoteric. Amphoteric means those elements or metal which can act as a both
Act as both acids and alkalis.
acid as well as base. As well
Alkali.
as base. That is called amphoteric. So let us see the example. So zinc here acts as a acid because it is reacting with the base now. So it will produce zinc, sodium zincate, and hydrogen gas it will liberate. Right. So write for aluminum also. When aluminum react with the sodium hydroxide, it will form aluminum oxide and hydrogen gas. So write this both example. And next is electrolysis of acidulated water. So whenever water is passed through the electricity, it dissociates into hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So this is called electrolysis of water. Okay. So next one is Bosch process. So look at the Bosch process. When carbon react with the stem of the water molecules at a high temperature like 1000 degrees Celsius, so it will produce carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas. And the combination of carbon monoxide and hydrogen gas, it is called water gas, right? And when water gas is passed with the stem of the water at a temperature of 450 degrees Celsius, it forms CO2, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen gas. So this is the Bosch process. So write this one.
Yes, sir.
So now look at the laboratory method of preparation of hydrogen gas. Yeah, hydrogen. So place a few pieces of zinc granules in a flat bottom flask. So you can, this is the flat bottom flask in which zinc granules are there, right? And from top we put hydrochloric acid in them. So the flask is fitted with the two hold rubber stopper. A testicle funnel pass through one hole and a delivery tube through another one. So there are two holes basically here. So this one is first, this one is second. So this is your delivery tube which is collected here. Okay? So you will get here hydrogen gas when we put hydrochloric acid in the zinc granules. So by this pipe you will get hydrogen gas, right? So another end of the delivery tube is connected to the basic self underwater contained through trough and add dilute hydrochloric acid through the thistle funnel and it is completely covered the zinc pieces. Okay, so you will get colorless bubbles seen evolving briskly. Okay, allow the first few bubbles to escape and it contaminated with the air. So by this experiment you can get the hydrogen gas. So this is very simple experiment. Take a flask in which zinc granules put on the bottom, put HCl. Okay. Then HCl will react with the zinc and it will form zinc chloride and hydrogen gas will liberate. Okay. So collect this hydrogen gas on the another flask, right? So this is the laboratory method for preparation of hydrogen gas. So write